let's take it back then. So we've got Mrs. Beard in the studio. Like, I want to know, where did it all start for you two then? Because he had a legitimate job at one point, right?
Yeah, we worked together.
So is this where it started? What's the deal?
Yeah.
Am I telling the story? Do you want to tell it?
Shall I tell them? Do you want to tell the printer story?
I'll tell the printer story.
You tell the printer story. You're better at that.
I'm happy to admit, right? I was sat there. Well, we used to work for the set. We won't say what bank because Lindsay gets sacked. But we used to both work at the same for a stockbroker, right? And she was a little bit higher up the what's the
pecking order?
Yeah, only mildly, right? So I'm thinking, but I thought I like that this girl is she's really pretty. That's what I thought right at the time. I should caveat it by saying I like odd looking people. That's kind of I'm joking. Yeah. I mean, I would sit there bored all day, like doing this terrible work, and I thought, oh, you shouldn't really date people at work, right? And whatnot. And but I always, she would always be really helpful. A lot of people in that line of work are all like constantly depressed when you work for a bank, right? Because it's just like grim work. So nobody's really that polite and happy at work. But I always thought, like, oh, if I ever needed anything done, right, like in terms of admin or whatever, in this particular area, I'd go see Lynn's. There's a bit of an excuse to perv on her a bit, but like also to just because she was nice, right? And so yeah, I thought like I need to figure out a way here to work my way in, right? And talk to her. One day I thought I was printing something out, and she was at the printer. I thought, oh, maybe this is my chance. I'll come up with some kind of a quip or a one-liner or whatever. And it was printing off my document, and she was holding it. I can't remember what I said, but I said something like, "Oh, I think you've got my document in your hand there," which is a bit creepy actually now I think about it. But then I thought she could turn around and say something really nice, but she must have been having a bad day because she went, I don't know if she said like, "Here you go," or just kind of went like, and like threw it in my face, and I kind of grabbed it. I was like, "Oh, thanks," and like walked off. I thought that's me done, right? But over time, it was like attrition, I just kind of wore her down. That was the first point at which I think she became aware of me.
I had just split up with my ex-boyfriend like 2 days before with that printer incident, so I wasn't just being a moody ass. That was the reason behind it.
All right, well, I mean...
And then we moved offices, didn't we? And we used to have a coffee machine at the top of the office and a coffee machine at the bottom of the office. I sat at the bottom next to the coffee machine, and Adam worked up at the top near his coffee machine. And this woman who used to work with was like, "Why does that guy with the beard keep coming down to our coffee machine? Why? He's got one right near his desk. Why does he need to be here?" And I was like, I don't know.
It was one of those, like, I'd walk up to the coffee machine and be like, "Ooh, I'll get my decaf black coffee," and be like, "Oh yeah, that tidy girl from this X department is in today."
And we'd all be like, "What a weirdo. Why is he coming down to this coffee machine?
Why is that little fella with hairy face looking at me every day?"
You didn't see his outfits back then. If you think he's got a bad like fashion thing, then
what was it like?
So he used to wear. I remember seeing him once. The first time I ever properly clocked him was. You were like they were All Saints, so good brand. This is what he tells me now.
Whoa.
Do you know carrot type trousers?
Yeah, I remember them with a low crotch.
These were like past his knees, like dragging on the floor, like a really off-coloured grey, but dark grey. And then
I'm relieved.
Shirt was it?
I'm relieved that you're talking about that and not the kind of half shorts, the Aladdin pants. I thought that's what you were going to make. Oh, we're going to come on to those. So we itemize a list.
And what shirt? Who was that football team? It was bright pink.
Oh, I had the Juventus away kit with my name and squad number on the back.
This is what you wore at work?
Yeah, you weren't allowed to wear football shirts either, but obviously Adam is Adam.
On Fridays, they would do dress down day, right?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like a customer facing thing.
Right.
But yeah, they would say like no football shirts, but I thought, fucking dress down day, right?
No, I am. I'm Adam.
Fuck the police.
Yeah. It was a nice shirt. It was an expensive football shirt. And it's a really nice football shirt. Mike might know. But it's Juve's old away kit, the pink.
We'll put it on screen. We'll put it on screen.
That's cute.
But yeah, I remember seeing him walking away from me, walking down somewhere. And I turned to this guy who I work with and I was like, "Do you know what?
Guy? There was another guy? What guy?"
And I remember saying, this is before like I'd even known that you were perving or whatever. I was like, "Do you know what? If he didn't dress so garishly, he might be all right." And then... rest is history.
What was the aesthetics at the time? Because I know that obviously it's taken years to get this beard. Were it like a designer stubble at the time?
So I preferred it when we first met. So we just had a little bit of stubble and a handlebar tash.
I did. I kind of the facial. I've always kind of, from pretty much my early 20s at least. I've always had some kind of face. Like if I shave now, in like 5 hours, I would have some kind of hair on my face. But I kind of fluctuated between like a short, neat, what you call full beard, but still kind of like a centimetre long beard. And then sometimes I would shave it, have stubble. But yeah, I did go through like a My Name is Earl phase. You know, it was like a handlebar moustache.
That was my favourite.
She said that was my best look. So I'll see if I can get a picture and you can maybe put that in overlay that on screen.
So a handlebar moustache with a bit of beard as well?
So
with a bit of stubble.
A slightly longer tash, but still some kind of stubble around my face, yeah.
Oh, I bet you looked a right prick in your carrot pants.
For sure, yeah.
All stage. Jacked up as well. Like you were that guy, weren't you?
I used to as well. What she's not told you is, so I've got long hair now. I've not always had long hair. So people that have subscribed to the channel, whatever, from ages ago, remember the short hair. But I actually had long hair years ago, and I used to wear like an Alice band.
Yeah.
And like I'd scrape my hair back like some kind of Mexican cartel leader. That's what I looked like. And I'd
like
wear
like Danny Trejo in Office of the Bank.
Yeah, and I just wouldn't care. I'd come into work looking like that, you know. And yeah, I'd have my hair back in this hairband, and people must have thought like that quite commonly. What a knob.
All these years later now then, do you regret your decision?
Absolutely.
Because
$1 million question.
At the time, what would go through your mind to think, you know what, he dresses like a prick, but I'll give him a shot? Like, what was the move that managed to like sway your decision?
I think it was, well, we'll go down the route of when I found out he gave me a 4 out of 10 rating.
Oh my God, this is going to be...
I did question whether I'd made the right decision.
Can I give some context to that?
No context.
No. So what he told me is, well, you know, everybody else in the office was scoring like a 1 or a 0.5, so a 4 was quite high.
Hang about that. You're making me out to be some like real chauvinist. What I was actually having some other guy.
And you thought we were going to get cancelled last week.
Some other.
This was 10 years ago as well.
Yeah, so you do things when
I'm a
you're
3
younger
now.
that you regret. No, somebody was asking me like to pass the time, and another lad at the bank was like, oh, what would you give this girl out of 10? Which is a terrible thing to do. I realise.
Yes.
But what Lindsay said, she was a little bit. I said, well, I said 4 out of 10 for you. Not by the way.
Imagine how great I felt after that.
Wait though, I'm going somewhere with this. Knowing full well that I'm probably like a 3 out of 10 on a good day myself, right? And what I actually said was, everyone else had gone past. I said that day, I think I was giving out like, we're in the decimals. I was at like 1.2s and 2.3s, and so I said 4 out of 10. Actually, in the scale, it is actually that's 10. Like, so you were top of the the average. If this was like a GCSE test or something, I'm digging myself
top of the average.
But yeah, I mean,
I think you compared me to a pound coin. Where everybody else was pennies and 2p's. I think that's the analogy that he used at the time.
I think I used the money analogy. No, I said I said what I said
maybe
was
it was 50.
I think I said this on the when we were drunk or whatever on the day. I said, think about it like this: you were like a pound coin in a sea of 20p's and 2p's and 10p's, which I know doesn't sound much.
It's not quite a £50 note, but you know.
I don't really have a way with words like that.
But no, luckily I found that out after our first couple of dates. We were supposed to meet to go to Tiger, and I wasn't sure. I just wanted to be single at this point.
We got fitted up, didn't we?
Yeah, and then they were like, oh, he's going to be at Tiger, and I was like, right, okay, I'll go. So I'm stood there with all the work people waiting patiently for him, and I was like, right, they said he was going to be here like an hour ago. Obviously doesn't care. So I was leaving. And as I was leaving, he was stood near the entrance drinking with one of his mates. And I was like, oh. But as I walked by, I had a proper look at him and I thought, do you know what?
That's when she was hooked.
He is really nice looking. So cheekily said to my friend, I was like, I think that's Adam. Let's go to the toilet so I can walk by him again and double check. And I did.
Just see if he's actually attractive.
Yeah, and as I walked by, I was like, hi. And he went, hi. And that was it.
I'm no stud. I didn't really know what to do. Because that wasn't the kind of place I would normally hang out. Like I was there on
Me neither.
Yeah, we were people at work who would set us up a little bit, right? But we were from different social cliques, I think.
Yes.
So I didn't really know that Linz was there. She didn't really know I was there because we weren't really together. And but I think Mrs. Beard said it best. The rest is history.
We want a bit more history. So what was the first date? Come on, let's. I want to know.
He emailed on a Saturday. I don't think you had the balls to email.
It was a funny email though.
I've still got it somewhere, but it was basically, don't report me to HR, but I saw you in Tiger. Do you want to go out? This is the funny part. I was like, yeah. And then you said something like, what do you want to go for food? And I was like, well, I'm a bit of a fussy eater.
Understatement of the year.
I don't eat, what did I say? Something like, I don't eat posh fish. And you were like, what do you mean? And I was like, like tuna. And at that point, I think you were a bit like, wow,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
Yeah, what am I getting myself into? But I didn't realise the extent of that until we were more involved, I think.
Yeah, we just had drinks, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be off. I said, we'll go for cocktails, right? I think she'll be impressed by that, right? We'll go for cocktails. And Mrs. Beard's definition of a cocktail is like what you call a cheeky Vimto, where it's like Vimto and vodka.
No,
right?
It's port and Blue Wicked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah, I was going to get something really, posh and ostentatious, but she didn't want to try it. I wanted to go with that pina colada. That's my go-to cocktail, but she didn't really want to. She tried a little bit of it, I think. But
I think I'm nearly sick.
Yeah.
That's an acquired taste, isn't it? That's coconut, isn't it? Pina colada.
It's creamy, coconut, pineapple, exotic.
So you've had your first date then, and like how long into the relationship was it that you were still working together, and then like when did it all sort of start kicking off, getting a bit more serious, and then the hairy man started eating large quantities of food? Like how did it all play out? Like
I can't really remember. Was it a couple of years? You've been doing this 7 years now. You're eating.
Almost
must
7
have been
years.
2 or 3 years. So we've been together 10 years in March.
But setting a reminder for the anniversary.
Yeah, because one of the things that I said to him before the first date was, my sister is actually due to give birth this weekend. And he thought I was just using that as a get out of jail free card in case the date didn't go well.
I thought that was going to be her escape route, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, the baby's been born, see you later. But her sister was actually pregnant, yeah.
She did give birth that weekend.
Yeah, so
There you go.
Yeah.
We went on a...
Ella doesn't watch much. She that's my I suppose my niece. We're not married or anything, but I'll be like, she watches YouTube, right? I'll be like, oh, you watching Uncle Adam? She's like, no, your channel's rubbish. But if she's watching, she probably shouldn't be watching this, right?
No.
There's adult language in it. But if you're watching, hello, Ella.
We went on a date somewhere and we were just talking about eating a load of food. I can't even remember.
What was the question?
I said like, so obviously how long were you together before you you started figuring out that you had a weird talent in eating, and then like, when did you leave work? Like how's this all like?
Yeah,
give us the timeline.
Lynn's was because I used to. She will remember, but I used to like live pretty much in the gym, right? And I used to do like I've gone over this before. Like I did a really like an extreme diet where I got like super lean, and then Lynn said to me that she had seen. You remember you said you'd seen the thing they put up in York? It doesn't exist now.
Oh yeah,
where they did a food challenge, and so we went and did it just for a laugh, and then and that kind of I thought was fun. So we did a few more just on weekends. Not we didn't film or anything. No. And then I think my brother-in-law, my sister's husband now, he said, oh, you should start because I didn't really watch YouTube, to be honest, back in the day. I'd like occasionally watch it, but I wasn't like a subscriber to anyone.
Yeah.
And he said, you should start a YouTube channel. I thought, oh, that might be fun. And it just kind of went from there, right? So then we started filming videos all the time. And then Lynn's I kind of got Lynn's into them. She would be in them more, right? Because it's what we do on weekends and stuff. And then she's in them a little bit less now because I travel all over and stuff and don't always take her with me. But the less said about that, the better.
What was it like at the beginning? And like, did you not want to be in the videos to start with, or did you not mind?
No, I think I'm quite opposite to you. I'm very introvert. I don't like being in the spotlight or anything like that. So I would avoid the videos at all costs. And one of the things I say about Adam is what he's taught me over the years, sentimental, is that he just doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit about what people think. And that's rubbed off on me. So now I just think, do you know what? I will walk around town in an elf jumper with Christmas pudding tights, and if someone don't like it, tough. So yeah.